There's a couple of boys that probably just got general soreness, a couple of corkies, and not for them to continue after half time. It was more precautionary. We're really happy with the fact that we've got to this stage with a very healthy list, and the intra-club games is more about continuing to work on our strategies and the way that we want to play. So Reece got a bit of a stiff neck, but he'll be fine. And Robbie Nornock just a bit of a corky. So again, it was more about just making sure that they're right to be picked for next week. Well, there's quite a number of players playing some pretty good football there, and I think we've spoken before about the challenge of the squad being able to play the way Mick Malthouse has brought his game plan here. And rather than singling anyone out, I think there are a number of players that are really playing their role. So in sort of view of that, it makes it pretty tough from a match committee point of view to pick a squad for next week. Yeah, look, we've got 3 young draftees. Obviously Troy Menzel's coming off an injury, but he's now back training, and young Tommy Tomei and Nick Graham. Both those boys have really fitted in well with the group. They've met all expectations. In fact, they've probably gone beyond those, and you saw that today with Nick Graham. I mean, Tommy Tomei did some very good things also. Nick's got that great ability to find the football. He did that in the under-18s. He's ability to read the play, good composure. I think certainly he's heading in the direction of being a very good AFL footballer, and Carlton are very fortunate to have him. Look, it's been a few months of working hard on getting the structures right and the ball movement, and look, I'm sure Mick would be pretty pleased today. I haven't had a chance, but I know, the last few weeks at training, a lot of things are starting to come together. So, going into next week, we're first, sort of competition, I suppose, against another 2 sides. We're pretty pleased where we're at. We think the boys are fit. Their thirst for knowledge of wanting to learn, their roles has been outstanding. So, we're definitely going with good feeling. No doubt. I mean, it does happen overnight, and as much as we're happy where we're at, we know that, to beat sides like Hawthorn and Sydney who finished off in the grand final, we've got to be much better. So it's still February, and as I said, round 1 is 28th of March for us, so we're just looking forward now to be able to pit ourselves against competition under Mick Malthouse's style, and the players are ready for that too. You'd probably think that who played there today would be, who we'll be looking at playing next week, and it's about this time of the year is about managing all the players. Everyone's on an individual program in many ways, so it's about getting them match fit. So possibly yes, possibly no. Well, at this stage, you'd say he's unlikely, but he's back training and he's going okay. But as I said, I think the majority of the squad for next week will be certainly coming out from the game today. Well, that's something that we have no control over, so we've just got to make sure that we've got our players fit enough and also smart enough to be able to make those changes. So, I think that kicks into round 2, the cap rotations. And we'll just be making sure that we're smart enough to go out there and give it our best shot. Well, the AFL made some pretty good decisions over the year, so if they feel it's going to be the best for the club, and if that's the club's line, it's good. Well, I'm certainly going for that. I mean, personally, we've got our hands full in trying to get the players fit to understand our game plan, and that's really where our sort of focus is on at the moment. We're really pleased with Bryce. His training's been outstanding. He's really tried to push himself to the limits, and I think watching him play today, he played some pretty good football through the midfield. Bryce has played probably mainly as a backman over the last number of years, and he would like that challenge of being able to play a fair bit of football through the midfield. He's also of the understanding that he has to play in roles that's going to best fit Carlton Football Club week in and week out. But look, he's a smart footballer. He uses the ball well. He can really help complement the strong midfield that Carlton have already got. So, it's about numbers too, and having options. And you just can't rely. And I think Mick's already mentioned the fact that you just can't rely on Chris Judd and Mark Murphy. We've got to spread the load. And with Bryce Gibbs coming into that midfield rotation, it certainly does spread the class through there. But there's also some other pretty good midfielders going along pretty nicely at the moment. I think Brock McLean had a pretty good game today too. Yeah, sure. And look, being a West Australian, I've followed Kane's progress quite closely and have had a bit to do with him. He's really trained wonderfully well, and his energy and ability to find the football in the 2 intra-clubs we've had has been really pleasing. So again, he's another player that comes into that midfield rotation that he's got good run, he's a skillful player, so it just adds depth to where we want to go. Yeah, well, I had nothing to do with Carlton last year, but all I can say is since my time here at the end of October, Brock's trained. He's a professional. He trains hard. He listens to what the coach wants from him, and he puts that into practice.
Just to have a look at your notes at the bottom of the program, there's a bit of a line at the end there saying you thought he had the makings of a premiership side. Is he talking the same way behind closed doors with the players?
Look, mixed line right from the start is about he'll challenge the group, and how far they want to improve is up to them. As I said, I'm sure if you asked every team at the moment where they're at, they'd all be happy. We're really happy with our list and the way that they've taken things on. So we'll just say that we've got a good list at the moment. We've got a healthy list, and we know that they've got a lot of improvement in them.